Hello, my name is Mark Penny, and our training today is all about how to set up your trading account on your VPS. So hopefully you've already seen the prerequisite training on setting up your VPS, because without a VPS you won't be able to go very far in this training at all. So what we want to do is open our desktop connection. We showed you that in the prior video. I've pinned mine to the taskbar here, so it's simple to open up. Once again, my username's already in there because we had done that. I need to put in my password. And I'm going to then have access to my remote desktop. Now that I've got my remote desktop set up, everything's ready to go because we used the template, the toggle box. So now what I want to do is I want to go to the brokerage that we use. So what you want to do when you come into Internet Explorer, it'll say use these recommended settings or don't use these recommended settings. You want to click on don't use the settings. Now what we want to do is we want to go to our ampfutures.com website. Now this AMP Futures is our brokerage that we recommend in our team. You can use any brokerage you want, but this is the best one for us and our team, and so we recommend it in our team. Obviously, iMarkets Live has no affiliation with any brokerage, and they're there to support any of them if possible, if needed. But AMP Futures we've got a great deal with. So what you want to do is click on Online Platforms, NinjaTrader, CQG TTNet, okay? Now that CQG TTNet, what that is how the data feeds into your system. What you want to do is put in your name, country, phone number, email, click Submit Demo Request. So you want to click on download for the NinjaTrader. NinjaTrader is the software we use. So now we have to put run here, and we're now installing the NinjaTrader platform or the NinjaTrader software for our trading. Goes through the Windows installer and all this good fun stuff. You just want to hit next, agree to the terms and conditions for the NinjaTrader. Next. This is the demo version as well, just so you're aware of that. So now, as you can see, the NinjaTrader 7 has been successfully installed. We're in a situation we close it out. We'll then go to the desktop here. We're just going to minimize the internet because we have to get back out of here in a second. And one thing you want to do on the NinjaTrader is just delete off this piece here. The 64-bit you will never use, so just take it off. Now what we're going to do is go to our email. And obviously you can do all this in your VPS. So we've got two new emails here. One is the NinjaTrader CQG demo login credentials. So with that, this has your demo license key. So you want to copy this. So highlight it, copy it. First thing that's going to happen, you will see as we open it, it's going to ask you for a license key. So let's minimize the internet. Let's open up the NinjaTrader. This takes a minute a lot of the times for it to open, just so you know. Have to put the license key in first. That's what we just copied. Paste the license key in, hit OK. Just takes a minute for all the different things to load. It's very good software. You can click don't show me this again. They're just stuff about YouTube things and rolling over contracts. We'll have another video on how to roll over the contract later on. So now this is your basic control center for your NinjaTrader. The next step is to figure out which instruments we want to use. On the futures market, so this is specifically for futures trading, what you want to do is go in and this ES 9-14 is the only one you want to use. What that is that's your ES S&P mini futures. So if we look at it here on the menu, find it on the left side, it's the only one with an ES. This ES futures E-mini S&P 500. So that's what Chris trades. Now the key is to make sure you have the right exchange and the right expiry, which is 9/14. So the exchange is always Globex. The expiry is, it's going to be 9/14, 12/14, 3/15 every 90 days. The contract changes, and that's what that 9/14 is. So we just changed it. This training was done on June 22nd. So you want to take the rest of these instruments off. You do that by highlighting them, clicking the right arrow key, highlight, click the right arrow. It's just putting them back on the menu. Right arrow, click the right arrow. So when you hit OK, the only instrument that is available for you to be able to trade is the ES with a contract expiring of 9/14. And that ES, once again, is the S&P 500 E-mini futures. So you click OK. Now that sets us up right. Now you know this is in good shape because you look here, the name of what you can trade is the ES 9-14. It's the only one on there. If you didn't do it properly, that will either not show up or there will be something else, multiple entries in that deal there. So now the next thing we want to do is go back to our email. We have another email in here, which is the demo login credentials. These demo login credentials gives you a username that's a demo and a password that's a demo password. Now you can't copy and paste this stuff, so this is always fun because sometimes, look at this crazy password here, you know, it's hard to type it in. So I would suggest writing it down on a piece of paper to the side and being ready to go with it and put it in the appropriate areas so you can be sure that you get the right deal. So I just pulled out a piece of paper and you can see here demo 151950, and you will not be able to use this, so make sure you set up your own demo account, get your own demo login, because it'll expire after 2 weeks, just as a general comment. And as you're if you're putting in demos or doing a demo for an extended period of time, you know, you'll have to redo that stuff on the AMP Futures website every 2 weeks, so then you get a new demo and login sent to you. So now I am writing down this part, password K, small k. It's all caps sensitive, so make sure you do it caps sensitive. # small u at big N 2. So we'll put that here in a second. What we'll do though is go to minimize this internet, and we're going to go to tools. Remember we did instrument manager. Now we're going to go down to account connections. We're going to add a connection. Click on next. That connection, just put any name in. I usually just put in AMP real, or I just put in AMP. It's a good account connection. You want to come down here, put in CQG. You don't need a backup data feed. You want to connect on startup. Click next. Your username is what you just wrote down. Mine was demo 151950. My password was the crazy nutty password. It's a strong password, which you always want that when you're talking about trading and demo accounts and things along those lines. And then since it's a demo account, you're going to click on demo mode. And you should be in good shape for that and be able to always come up on demo mode. That will let you and allow you to trade in the demo world, which in the beginning that's what most people are going to do, until it takes 3-4 days to get your trading account set up. Now creating a new connection, click finish. And it says this whole disclaimer here, don't worry about that. Hit OK, click close. Now what we want to do is actually get connected. So we go to File, click Connect. Sit here and wait till AMP connects. I clicked on AMP. Now you can see this connecting CQG here. That means it's working. Have to wait for it to connect. When it turns green, we know we're connected. You'll also see the bid, ask, and last numbers highlight if the market is open at that point. If you're doing it on a weekend, it won't do it. Sometimes it takes a minute to connect. So as you can see here, we are now set up in a deal where it's connected, CQG, looking like we're in good shape there. Now the next step is to set up our strategy. Now what we want to do as we're downloading and setting up our strategy for the first time, we want to close the control center. We very rarely actually close the control center, but we're going to do it now. And what you want to do is click yes to all for saving them, so that'll save the other things you've done. Now we want to go to your iMarkets Live site. Log in at the top. Now your username and password will be what you also use in your strategy. So the Signal username and password is the same as the login for the back office. So just something to take a mental note of as we're logging in here. You go to products and services, come down to Signal service. You should, if you are a silver at the future Signal service level or a gold, you will have this tab here that says connect to future Signal service. Click on that. Download Signal service. Do you want to run IML strategy setup XEXE? That's all good, but what we want to really do is save it on this one. Click on that down arrow. This is no big deal, just as it couldn't be verified, run it anyway. Click install. Click finish. And now what we've done is we've downloaded the Signal onto our application for our remote desktop, and it is sitting there ready to be used by the NinjaTrader. Log out of our back office, iMarkets Live, go up to your NinjaTrader, open that up by double clicking on the icon. You should connect on startup because we put that in our account connection. And we know that by looking in the bottom left corner here in a second of our control center when it comes up. And it will show us connected CQG and be green. But like I said, sometimes the NinjaTrader takes a minute to boot. We can see connected CQG in the bottom left. Now what we want to do is actually get our strategy up and running. So we're going to go to Strategies on the Control Center. Right click on it, click on New Strategy. Now you know you have it installed properly because you've got IML Strategy up here. You want to put in your password. And then put in your username. Now what you want to do is come down to your multiplier value, and you'll see here that Chris will always send the trade out as one contract. And, contract typically, you want to trade one contract for every $5,000 if you're being conservative. If you're going to be aggressive, you know, $2,500, $3,000 is a lot more aggressive per contract. So obviously with the demo account here, though, we have $100,000 that they give you. It's fake money, but at the same time, you can trade it. So what we'll do is we'll just put a multiplier of 10. If you have 1 in there, the software will convert it only as one contract because Chris sends it out as 1. Now that we have a 10 in here, we'll have it as 10 contracts. So it sends it out as 1 times 10, that's 10 contracts. That was what will be automatically submitted to the brokerage. Now you see your strategy up there ready to go. And what you're going to do to enable your strategy is go and click on the enabled button here. Although you have order confirmation enabled, orders generated by a strategy will be submitted without confirmation. That's fine. That's a good thing to see. You don't want it to have to confirm the orders through here. Now, if you see a login error or any type of error, anything else besides that green box or anything else besides what you've seen here, there's something wrong. Even if you see the green box after an error, there's still something wrong. You won't be getting the trades. Most of the time, 99% of the time, people have typed their username or password flip-flopped, or they have typed one of those two things wrong. That username and password is always going to be from iMarkets Live for your back office. That's what your the same password and username for your trading setup signal here. And now we're trading. You can see the three things to always check when you come in. So you want to check this enabled box that it's enabled. Click on the IML strategy and then connected CQG. So now we are trading a demo account using Christopher Terry's signal with iMarkets Live. Now the one thing you always want to do is make sure as you are leaving this application, you never close out the control center. Never close the control center. I'll say it one more time. Never close the control center. If you close the control center, you will not be trading. So you will not get the signal. So the only thing you close out is your VPS. And remember how to do that from the prior video. You find your IP address, come across, click on the close button that is even with your IP address. That's the one to use. Now this is how you always know you're closing the right thing. Your remote session will be disconnected. Programs on the remote computer will continue to run. After you have disconnected, you can reconnect to this remote session later. When you see that error, you know you're closing the right thing, and you want to see that, or not error, that message. You're closing the right thing, and you want to see the control center at the same time that you see that message. Click on OK, and that concludes our training. Now you are trading in the cloud. The next training will be about how to set up your real money account on AMP Futures. And then what you do is click on OK.